Joining us now to discuss the current state of our economy, there's only one Trump, former Trump economic advisor, founder of the Club for Growth, and author of the book, The Trump Economic Miracle, Steve Moore, back on the program. Thank you for your attention to this matter, Steve. How are you?
Hi, Dan. Look, I'm doing well. I think the American economy is firing on almost all cylinders. You know, you've got record stock market returns. You just mentioned the fact that inflation is now well below 3%, headed to 2.5%, which is very good news. You look at what's happening with the investment that's just flowing into the United States. And I like that number that you mentioned from Scott Bessent, that the deficit is down 40% from where it was last year.
That's huge.
Of course, that's the high watermark, as you know.
Yeah.
And I would like to say something, Dan, to your viewers, because it's very important. The Republicans and Donald Trump cannot blink and cannot budge in these budget negotiations and with the shutdown of the non-essential services of government. All the Republicans are talking about, are you ready for this, Dan? $1.5 trillion of savings over the next 10 years. That's $80 trillion out of $80 trillion. If my math is right, that's 2% cut. And it's not even a cut because, you know, the budget keeps going up every year.
Right.
It's a cut off of what they want to spend. So my point is, I think the thing that could really disrupt this strengthening economy is if people feel like the debt is just going to continue to explode.
Good point. Good point. You brought up the people that aren't getting paid in the vote. I think we had the 12th vote. Was it last night or today in the Senate? I've lost track of my days and how many dang votes that the Democrats keep saying no to. But they voted against just, I think, was it a stopgap bill or something that would have paid the troops and active federal workers? Yeah. And they all said no. Only 3 Democrat senators would come across the aisle and say, yeah, let's get our essential folks like our military paid. Could you believe that one?
I think it's unpatriotic.
Disgusting.
I think it's dangerous. I think it puts America in harm's way. It does real damage to our national security. And look, if we're going to have a fight about healthcare spending, let's have a fight about healthcare spending. Yeah. But Dan, do not hold our military and national security hostage.
Right.
Do not hold our servicemen who are, many of whom deserve pay raises and even a paycheck. And that is now in jeopardy. I mean, I really find that to be incredibly dangerous for our country.
It's disgusting.
Shame on them.
What do you make of President Trump's move on Canada? I mean, they were one of the last holdouts to negotiate, new trade deal, and they take Reagan's words and try to use that to go against Trump. I love that he just went, hey, negotiations are off.
Well, listen, Trump is a master negotiator. As you know, I'm more of a free trade guy than Trump is, but what I do like is that Trump flexes America's economic muscle, and he is exerting power over these countries because they all need to have access to America's markets. So if we can continue to force these countries to give us a level playing field, by the way, Dan, that's all Trump wants, a level playing field.
Yeah, because
they won't do it
in decades. All right, just a few seconds left. Last question's a simple one.
Yeah.
If this shutdown goes weeks, or months longer, that could hurt the economy, right? We got to get this thing opened again.
Well, as I said, of course we want to get the economy and the government reopened, but my God, they're not gonna allow us to have a penny of savings, and when we're running $2 trillion a year deficits, and the debt is supposed to go up 20. You were mentioning those numbers that are just jaw-dropping.
Right.
They're supposed to go up by another $20 trillion in the next 10 years. And the Democrats don't say, look, it's a bipartisan problem, but Democrats, show me, what do they want to cut, Dan? Show me.
I know. They don't want to cut anything. No, they just want to spend. And Republicans, like you said, got to get a backbone and cut. As always, Steve Moore, appreciate you, man. Have a great weekend.
Thank you, Dan.
Yep.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.